Usually we associate biscuits with something a little sweet, but I'm here to show you that's not always the case. I'm making some bacon and cheese biscuits. They're so delightful. I love to have them when I've got some friends coming around, and it's just a little starter. Now in this bowl I have some plain flour, a little rising agent, so some baking powder, and a pinch of salt, and just with your hands mix that together. I'll add some caraway seeds. I really love their nutty flavour, and for an aperitif to serve with drinks, this is a really nice touch to these bacon and cheese biscuits. Okay, it's looking good. I'm going to incorporate some cheddar cheese, just half of this cheddar cheese, and the rest we're going to add to the top. So just mix that in and separate it and coat it in our flour mixture. Now I'll make a well in the centre, and I'll add some butter, cold butter for this recipe, and I've also cubed it so it's small little bits. And you can just break up the butter a little with your hands, and this will just help when we start to mix it in to the flour. So just like you would be making a crumble for an apple crumble, you want to tease the butter into the flour. You can see I'm just doing this with the tips of my fingers so the butter doesn't melt too fast. The aim here is to combine this as fast as possible without the butter melting too much. So tease it together and keep stirring that in until it becomes one nice uniform dough. And I like to add an egg yolk to enrichen this beautiful biscuit. So again, using your hands just to combine it all together. We can just pop this onto a board and just knead that together. Now you can do this straight on the board, or just to give yourself some extra leverage, some baking paper. So 1 piece and 2 piece. We'll just pop that in the middle. And with a rolling pin, I'm just going to carefully roll this out so it's a couple of millimetres thick. I don't want this biscuit to be too thick. I want them to be quite thin, so just roll it out, and you can see how easy it is to do with that baking paper. So keep rolling, and you can turn the paper over and just keep rolling that until it's the perfect thickness. Let's have a look at it. Oh, I love those speckles of caraway seeds. Now I've got a cookie cutter here, and we're just going to cut out our shape. You can make this into any shape you like. I've got a tray here with some baking paper on it. Carefully transfer them over to a tray. Once you've cut out your cookies and there's some excess dough left over, form the dough again, roll out, and you'll get some more biscuits. Okay, these bickies are looking fantastic, and they're going to taste even better when I add some bacon to it. So I'm using some middle cut bacon. This is rindless and it's also wood smoked. We need just a few slices, say 2 rashers of bacon. And I like this cut of bacon because it's got a perfect amount of fat to meat ratio. So just with my knife, just cut it down, and we just want to finely slice it first and then chop it so it's in a nice little dice. You can see these biscuits are very tiny, so you need the bacon to be quite small in shape. Now the bacon is not cooked yet, but it will become nice and crispy in the oven. So we'll just sprinkle a little bacon onto each of our biscuits. And then I like to top with some extra cheddar. I mean, this is the ultimate savoury biscuit, right? Oh, so good. And I'll continue the process. These are going to cook in the oven, a hot oven, so 200 degrees for about 10 minutes or until they're golden brown. And most importantly, the bacon is crispy. Now, if you've got a savoury tooth, these are the biscuits for you. Caraway seeds, cheddar, and bacon. This is the ultimate biscuit, particularly if you've got a savoury tooth like me. So good. Only missing a glass of champagne to go with it.